my job actually involves trying to solve a problem which in essence cannot be solved. But I stand here inspired by the previous speakers because they have spoken of innovation, of ideas, of empathy, of compassion. These are the solutions that actually take us towards solving the problem. So, cool, right on time. I'm going to talk about activism in general, but with climate activism in the background on the slides. What does it mean to be an activist? Climate activism in the past, currently, what's in the future? What can you see in terms of climate activism in the future, and how you can be involved? That's the most important slides I want you to focus on, besides everything else. But yeah, we have a general stereotype in our head about understanding who an activist is, and this is typical. I know this is how I began. I don't have a job. I'm an anti-establishment. My family is frustrated. My girlfriend is frustrated. I make very few friends. This is brilliant, right? I'm a Marxist, communist, socialist. I don't know who I am. Essentially, we are having an identity crisis. But it has evolved for me. This is what it's become. I can say no to what I want. I like what I want on Facebook. I feel more involved with governance. I have more friends than I imagine. I have 650 friends on Facebook. My God. My parents are still frustrated. I'm a socialist and a communist. I still don't know who I am. I'm still facing an identity crisis. But you have to ask yourself the question if you're an activist. This is, look at it for a couple of seconds. Sometimes the best form of activism is not in trying to change the world, but in refusing to allow the world to change you. Assimilate it. Very crucial. I haven't stepped there saying I'm going to change the world, but I'm not going to let you change me. Why climate activism? Because it's a global challenge. It involves everybody. It opposes the status quo. It opposes the governments, the business, the civil society, whatever fundamental ideas we have been upholding. It challenges that. Questions deep-rooted ideologies, like I said. Very brief history. Back in the 1970s, Greenpeace began with a bunch of guys who said no to a nuclear blast that the US government was planning in an area which had 3,000 different varieties of animal species. Right? 3 to 4 people raised their voice and said no. And that's where, to me at least, climate activism began in the world. Currently, these are the kind of people we have in the past. That's James Lovelock, that's Rachel Carson, that's Sundarlal Baguna. These are people you know, right? These guys have been an inspiration to a lot more people, just like me, and they began this movement. And this is like the flowchart of movement anywhere in the world. You have to listen, you have to question, and you have to mobilize, right? You have to learn through learning through observing, learning through questioning myself, questioning authority, teaching my peers, and inspiring others. If you follow these three, then I suppose you can create a movement. Now, that's climate past, now it's climate now, climate present. We can hear, we can be heard, we can build, we can bring down, we can create, we can communicate. Pretty much everything what the previous speakers have spoken of. Working together, in collaboration, in tandem, and trying to create something. Like the Iraq riots, everybody's tweeting about it, right? It's a big deal these days. There you go. This is what I'm talking about. The story of stuff, you can go and Google it. It's an amazing platform. People using creativity, online platform, connected to millions of people online, but sharing simple messages about environment. How to actually protect the environment, conserve your natural resources. And this is beautiful stuff. Activism, again, is about creativity. It's about sharing with people. It's about talking, communicating. Communicating 350 parts per million of carbon dioxide, which is said to be safe in the atmosphere. This is how we did it. We're talking of global work party. We said, enough, you governments, you won't act much. We're going to do solutions, Well, you can shout, scream, but have a bit of fun. Like, we sing and dance. We try to communicate through song and dance. We scream. We have funny, depictions of what we want, what we're demanding. That's like 100,000 people in Copenhagen. Yeah. If you thought activism was just about shouting and screaming and making noise, think again, because these are the activists, real activists for you and me. People who actually go out there and implement solutions. Planting a tree, putting up a solar panel, running a music system by cycling. These are solutions which talk about clean energy, which talk about solutions which are in our graphs. Oops, there's no picture. Anyways, I'm talking about the impact areas. There we have been sort of interacting with Jairam Ramesh. This is a friend of mine, Ruchi Jain in Copenhagen. If you look at this Copenhagen, which is saying there's no hope in Copenhagen. Anyways, this is the future. This is the word I want you to focus on, collective consciousness. This is what I see we're moving towards. We're not moving towards complete destruction, but we're moving towards knowing each other's minds, connecting more here than anything else. And that I see is a very positive sign, right? People are asking, can we create together? Can we demand change? Can we govern ourselves? It's a very crucial question in the 21st century that people are asking. Can we govern ourselves? Can we make our own leaders, and can we change climate change? And if we find answers to solutions to this collective conscience that I'm talking about, then this unsolvable problem that I'm talking about can get solved. If you answer this question, I guess we have again solved the problem. Given all our resources acting together and in alignment, what is the greatest possible role in creating a sustainable, resilient, flourishing future for humanity and the planet? This problem is too fast. This problem is for the entire humanity, right? You're talking of a global human problem. And it's important that you identify your role in it. Don't think what Obama will do, think what you can do. Yeah? This is how things have changed in your life. You can see it. You can see it happening in the 21st century in your own life. God damn it. There's something missing here. I don't know why it's happening. But it says join the climate movement, but I really want you to ask yourself the question, are you part of it already? I believe you're already a part of it, but you just need to become more aware that you're already a part of it. You need to step out and say that, yes, I know there's something wrong, but I just can't stop there sitting apathetically, but I have to raise my voice. I have to ask a question to the concerned authority and say, why is it happening? It shouldn't happen that way. Right? That's very, very crucial. And the moment you do that, you're actually connecting with a lot more people with similar ideas. Yeah? Okay. That's it.